bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
What's going down, gamblers around the world? It's the coach here representing brothers and bets. Sounding a little weak right now because I'm fighting this COVID shit. Gonna cross my fingers. Hopefully that ain't what it is. But I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Marley Betts. Marley, what's going down?
What is going down, Coach, man? Hoping you feeling better. Hoping you get that negative test back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. But shit, couldn't miss this show because this is the show we've been with. This is the part of the year that we've been waiting for. College football, just football. Period is back.
Football in general.
So it's time to make some things happen, man. But how you feeling, man?
Feel good, dog. I feel good. We get some games this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Week 0. Ain't nothing marquee, but man, like you said, I'm just happy that football is back. We get a good weekend. I kind of just been, tip for tat, pity patting with baseball as far as, amounts of money go, just trying to stack up for football, bro. Tomorrow we get some action. So shit, I feel good.
Shit, not only that, when we finish this show, we got 3 NFL games, preseason games going down too.
Still better season preseason, yes sir.
So, I ain't really tripping on none of that, man. But, feeling good, man. Hey, we want to let everybody know how we looking, come next week. It's week 0. So it's kind of a little bit, it's self-explanatory. But come next week, it's time to go. We in the trenches. Week 1, lots of good games going down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready to, man, make some money, man. It's Friday. Tomorrow we got these games, man. So I'm gonna stop talking, man. I'm gonna let you lead the show, my guy.
You good. All right.
Well, real quick before we jump in, while we're waiting on the people to come in, how you looking right now on that MLB?
So I took I don't even know the scores, but I do know my plays. I took the 2 plays, the Reaper posted in the chat. I took Astros team total over 5. They're playing the Rangers today. I like that sound. And then I also took what was the other play? First 5 over in Boston and Cleveland. Think I caught it at 5, but I think it's went up to 6 since then, to be honest with you. So those were the 2 baseball plays I had today. Really following, like I said, following the Reaper plays. KB, yo, what's good, KB? Really following the Reaper plays on that. I ain't really do too much baseball research today. Kind of been just focused on, football. Like I said, we got football action tomorrow. So I'm ready. Damn, fellas, what y'all talking about? College football, LJ. Got action tomorrow, dog. We missed Tuesday, so
Yeah,
recap.
Shout out to LJ. He's doing big things with Raw World Podcast. He got some things lined up. He'll be announcing it on his show if he hasn't. I've been out the loop, so I've been out the loop sipping orange juice, so I don't really know.
I don't know if he's made the announcement yet, but he did tell me we're for sure still doing that. LJ is going to have so we've always done a Sunday night show or Monday show to recap Sunday and see how our bets went and also cap the Monday night football game. So we've been doing that for like 3 years now. I know we're going to continue that. I don't want to give out his surprise for his guest. I'm not sure if he gave it out already. Coach sound like he got COVID. Dang, LJ, how you guess that? No, Coach is under the weather, but we don't know if he has COVID.
And call me Coach COVID, dog. I was gonna put it on there. I did it the other day, but
I know.
I didn't want.
I noticed it. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I saw it. I was like, that. I laughed when I see it yesterday. I seen today you didn't have it on there.
Yeah, I didn't want them boys to take that shit down because the
Oh
YouTube is very
yeah.
sensitive with that shit. So,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
but man, let's get into
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. You work the controls, sir. I'll handle the actual factuals.
Well, let me break down just real quick. The opening lines and stuff. So we got Nebraska taking on Illinois tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This line actually opened up in favor of Nebraska -9.5. The total was at 55.5. Right now, that line as a consensus is -7. You could catch some spots. Got it at 6.5, but the total's still at 54. You got it, Marley. You got it, big dog.
All righty. Nebraska. Give y'all these actual factuals for the Cornhuskers here. They're 4-2 ATS in their last 6 games. 4-10 straight up in their last 14. 2-4 ATS in their last 6 against Illinois. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games against Illinois. 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games against an opponent from the West Division. 10-0 straight up in their last 10 games in the month of August. 3-6 ATS in their last 9 games played in week 1. The total has gone under in 6 of their last 8. It's gone under in 6 of the last 7 games on the road, and under in 6 of the last 8 games played against the Big Ten Conference. Illinois, they're 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games, 2-9 straight up in their last 11 games, 1-7 straight up in their last 8 games at home, 2-8 straight up in their last 10 games against an opponent from the Big Ten Conference, 2-4 ATS in their last 6 games against the opponent from the West Division, 1-5 ATS in the last 6 games played in the month of August, and the total has gone under in 5 of their last 6 games played in week 1. Those are all the actual factuals I got for you guys today.
All right, so how you feeling about this one?
So this is what I got from this game today. You got Illinois, who has and you're gonna have to school me on this since college is your realm. What is his name? Bellamy? Bellamy?
Bellamy. Yeah, he started off at it's
Wisconsin,
Bellamy.
right?
He started off in Wisconsin, then went down to Arkansas. Guy ran out of Arkansas. Now he's at Illinois after Lovey Smith, nutted up there.
Right. So they have a lot of returning players, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they do. They got most of their offense is back, returned the quarterback back, but he was a transfer. But yeah, Illinois does have a lot of returners coming back today.
Right. And, obviously that is what you want to look for in college football, especially to open the week. You want returning starters. At least that's the main thing I look for early in the weeks of college football. However, they're learning a whole new system defensively. They're going from a 3-4 to a 4-3 or a 4-3 to a 3-4. Yeah, 4-3 to a 3-4. They're learning a whole new scheme offensively. And that scares the shit out of me. Even if they're getting 7 points, I don't want week 1 team with 2 brand new systems. Even if they do got starting players that are returning, it almost negates the fact that they're starters because everything is brand new. Only thing they're used to is like the game tempo, which that's cool, but like I still think there's going to be mistakes made, especially early in the ball game on both sides of the ball. So I like Nebraska first half. Honestly, if I can catch it at a 3, that would be great. It's probably going to be 3.5 or 4, but I'm still probably going to jump up on it. And that's going to be my official play, Nebraska first half. Another official play is I'm going to take
it is my fault, man. As a consensus, it's at 4. But some spots got it at 4.5.
What'd you say? My bad. You kind of robot. I know it's gonna go and then stop there. That's why I don't ever say that.
No, I was saying they got it as a consensus -4 for the first half.
I don't know. You robot voice.
You still can't hear me, man? Damn.
It's gonna stop, but I know you robot voice right now. You robot voice right now. I can't hear you. It's weird. Still weird. All right. I don't know if anybody in the chat can hear, but it might be just me. I'll come out and come right back in real quick. See if that works.
No, hold on. Mic check. Yeah, we lost Marley, man. Yeah, if my shit is roboting, y'all, please let us know so we can get this taken care of real quick.
Oh, my mom, as soon as you said, nah, I heard you say nah. It was too late, though.
How does it sound now?
You good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, what I was trying to say was they have it -4 in favor of Nebraska for the first half.
4. Okay, yeah, I figured it would be 4. But I'm still going to jump on it. Just like I said, I really think there's just going to be a lot of mistakes made. Now, I will give Illinois the advantage of, I guess they don't know what they're going to run, but I mean, they're just going to go look at his film from Arkansas and Wisconsin and figure out what offense is going to run. So I don't think that's necessarily an issue. I think there's more of a concern of you got 11 guys on each side of the ball doing something for the first time in the system in a meaningful game. So that's my biggest reason for going with Nebraska. And also, the last time they played each other, Illinois won, but Nebraska turned the ball over 5 fucking times. So I don't see them turning the ball over that many times. If anything, I think Illinois is going to make those type of mistakes. So first half, Nebraska, and then I'm on the under for the full game.
Official play for the full game?
Oh, man, you know what? Every time I think about taking an under, I just think about Scott Van Pelt and
yeah, I don't trust unders in college football, man.
I know. That's all I keep hearing. That's all I keep hearing. Like, you deserve to lose if you take an under in college football. Oh, fuck. No, you know what? We're just going to rock the first half, dog. We're just going to rock the first half as an official player. I'm going to take the under personally, though. But official play, Nebraska first half.
All right. Here's what I got to say about this game. Scott Frost, head coach of Nebraska, is pretty much playing for his job right now. They're under investigation for some violations they had last year with practicing early, having unauthorized practices. So, if they come out, playing bad this season, then I expect Scott Frost to be gone by the end of the year.
Yes.
The thing that I do like about Nebraska, they do got a 4-year starting quarterback, but Adrian Martinez, he's very inconsistent. He's a turnover machine. Well, really, he's a fumbling machine. And you just don't know which Adrian Martinez you're gonna get.
Right.
With Illinois, so we got to keep this in mind, man. The crowd is back. Illinois got a lot of returners. Bo Pelini, not Bo Pelini, but damn, I can't say this guy's name, but Bellini.
Yeah.
Big, I'm gonna call him Big B. He likes to ground and pound.
Right.
But he doesn't,
under. But go ahead.
But coming into this new system, he doesn't have those type of old linemen.
Right.
I kind of like what you're talking about. Nebraska. If Scott Frost come out with that offense explosives, like how he had at USC, UCF, and everybody.
Right.
Everybody's, they've been in the system now for 2 years. I can see a double-digit lead going.
It's hard to do that shit with Martinez fucking turning the ball over the way he does.
Right. I'm kind of with you for that first half, but I would not be surprised if Illinois beat these boys outright just because they got a lot of returners. They got more of a cohesive, but, it is new.
I can see that. That's why I was scared of the full game because let's just say there are some jitters or some mistakes made, or maybe they uncomfortable in the system. All that's gonna happen early.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They might be in a rhythm by after halftime, or maybe third quarter catch a rhythm, or even fourth quarter shit start clicking. I don't know. And I am scared of the fact that they have a bunch of returning guys. So that's the main. I figure my thought process was that if mistakes are going to happen, they're going to happen early.
Right. So I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna take Nebraska first half -4,
That's
and
right.
I'm gonna take them full game -7.
Oh, wow.
Just hoping that they do get a big enough lead in the second half to where Illinois won't be able to catch up. But like I said, if Nebraska comes out, clicking on all cylinders with Scott Frost's offense, with the way he wants to run the offense, then they should take off with this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got week one. We got to fade the new coaches with the new system, and not
Got to.
necessarily
Ain't that
having
the philosophy
all of the
we
players.
have for NFL? And
Yeah.
new coaches, new system, fade.
Yep. So especially in preseason, so I'm kind of right there with you on that one, man. I like Nebraska to win this game, but dog, don't be surprised, people. Don't be surprised, man.
No,
Yeah.
no. Returning starters are the world in college football, so definitely do not be surprised. For sure, I agree.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they win that game, if they beat them. All
I
right,
think,
let's get to
I
the.
think before we go, I think that's gonna boil down to Martinez.
Yes,
If he turns the
he
ball,
got
if
to
he
come out,
doesn't
man.
turn the ball over, they win.
He got to come out balling, man. It's time to come out and play. You know what I'm
Senior, big
saying? It's
dog.
time.
Senior year, big dog.
Well, let's get to our next game. We got UCLA hosting Hawaii. What are they called? Rainbow Warriors.
Rainbow
Uh,
Warriors. That shit sounds
this
so
line
weak
open.
for a football team.
This line opened up in favor of UCLA -11 when it initially opened up. Now that line's sitting at -17.5. The total opened up at -70.5. Right now that line's at 68. I'll let you take this on, Marley.
All righty, let's get down to some of these actual factuals. The Rainbow Warriors, actual factuals. 10-5 straight up in their last 15 games. 6-0 straight up in their last 6 games played in the month of August. 5-0 straight up in their last 5 games played week 1. 2-4 ATS in their last 6 games played on a Saturday. The total has gone under in 5 of Hawaii's last 6, under in 5 of the last 5 games on the road, but over in 5 of the last 6 games against an opponent from the Pac-12. UCLA, 4-2 ATS in their last 6. 3-7 straight up in their last 10. 3-7 straight up in the last 10 at home. 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games against an opponent from the Mountain West Conference. 1-5 ATS the last 6 games played week 1. 2-8 ATS over the last 10 games when playing as the favorite, and the total's gone over in 4 of the last 6 played on a Saturday, and 8 over in 8 of the last 12 when played at home on a Saturday. Hawaii at UCLA -17.5.
So how you feel about this one?
All right. So in doing the little research that I do as much as we can gather early in the season, I watched. Okay. So UCLA, they have, if I'm not mistaken, are they returning? They're returning like 10 players on both sides of the ball, or am I getting that confused with Illinois? But anyway, even whether I am or I'm not, what I'm
Well, the
getting to
most
is,
important thing about UCLA is they are returning a lot of guys on offense, and their
yeah,
quarterback
I'm
is
looking at
the
it right now.
DTR.
10 starters on each side of the ball. I thought so. I couldn't remember if I was getting them confused with Illinois, because I know they both returning a lot of starters. But UCLA is roughly turning 10 starters on each side of the ball, including senior quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson, reception leader Kyle Phillips, and receiving leader Greg Dusic. The entire offensive line is back as well, anchoring the nation's 12th best running game in 2020 with the running backs Britton Brown, who replaces Dimitri Felling. Now, and I say that, and that's all good and well. And we said returners are super important, and they have 10 on each side of the ball. But I didn't watch a lot of Hawaii during the season, but I did watch them play that U of H game that they was in complete control of from top to bottom. And I think they were a touchdown underdog in that game, if I'm not mistaken. Hawaii's defense was ranked like 12th in passing. Um, all season last year, or was it last year? Year before last? Last year. Last year. And they're returning a quarterback and the top receptions and running back. So I personally feel like this. Chip Kelly is 0-6 in his week 1 starts. Hawaii is 5-0 in their last 5 week 1 starts. For some strange reason, Coach, I'm really maybe it's just because of that one U of H game I watched, and I know U of H had a down year last year. They were a 7-point favorite. That game was in Houston, December 20-something, end of the season, and U of H needed that game. And Hawaii came out here and they ass, and it just looked in control the whole time. And I'm going to take that 17.5 with Hawaii. I believe in that defense. I don't know if they win this game, but 17.5 points feels like it's just way too much for me. Maybe I'm tripping. Talk me out of it.
All right, give me 1 second. Is it 17.5? Yeah, plus 17.5.
17.5. I just think that's way too many points.
So UCLA, what's this now? Year 4 with the, or year 3 with the Chip Kelly. You know, last year they've averaged.
We got to be like 4 or 5.
Well, I think it's year 3 because DTR was
been away from the Eagles for a long time, bro.
But even once he left the Eagles, he wasn't coaching for a little bit. He was doing ESPN analysts or some shit like that. But
hold on.
Point I'm trying to get at is,
right.
I think when he came in, he started DTR at the quarterback. DTR he's a Heisman Heisman.
Oh, you right. In his first 2 seasons. Hold on. The Bruins have yet to win a non-conference game in the Chip Kelly era, going 0-6 straight up in his first 2 seasons before COVID wiped out their non-conference slate. So, yeah, I think this is like his 3rd. I think you're right.
So this will be year 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Last year they've averaged, they played a lot of games where they scored over 40 points. They lost a lot of games where they've scored over 40 points. But, you know, having 10 returners on offense, 10 returners on defense coming back, you know, and being able to score that much, the travel for Hawaii, coming to play an early game, I like UCLA to win this game, to cover the spreads, just because they know how to score. You know, a lot of games last year, they were able to score a lot of points. You know, here's a couple of games they did. They lost to USC 54-35. They lost to Cal 28-18. Cal has had a pretty good defense last year.
Right.
They lost to Colorado 48-42. They beat Cal 34-10. Oh, I'm tripping. So these are the last. Okay, yeah. So these are the last 2 years, because they didn't play that many games last year. They lost to Oregon 38-35. They beat Arizona 27-10. They beat Arizona State 25-18. They lost to USC 43-38. And they lost to Stanford 48-47. So they can score. They can score a lot. That does seem like a lot of points, but I think being home, you know, everybody freshman unit, and the main thing that you said, a lot of returners,
right,
is very important in college football. Well, they have all their coaching, they have all their players. I like them to win this game by at least 20 points. So I think they'll be able to cover. I think they'll be able to cover, man. I think DTR, but my only concern is how much does he want to play?
Why? Because defense was like 5th.
But how much do they want to play with next week? The following week they got LSU.
I meant to say that they got LSU the following week. So how much do you think he's going to even show? Like, I think he'll be fairly vanilla.
Well, I honestly would think he would want to try to get in and get out real quick, bro.
Right.
You know, score as many points as he can, rest his starters, you know, and that may hurt in the long run. But we talking first half with these returners. I like UCLA first half -10.
Okay, I got you.
Give me that.
I think I'm gonna stay with that 17.5, man. I really like Hawaii's defense. Maybe I'm blind to the fact that I watched him. I don't know, man. I watched him that U of H game, and like I said, I know U of H had a down year, but man, that defense was balling, bro. And once I read up on them and read how good the defense was ranked, XYZ, I think they're a tough team. I don't think they go in UCLA and win, but I think that 17 and a half, I think it's just a little too. I could be wrong, man. I could be. I think it's just a little bit too much, though.
And man, follow your heart, beat down. Follow
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
heart.
I'm taking that 17 and a half for sure.
All right. Next game we got UTEP taking on New Mexico State. This line opened up in favor of UTEP minus 9.5. Now that line's sitting at minus 10. The total opened up at 52.5. Now that line is at 59. Go ahead, take it away, Marley.
All right, give me a second. I'm late on getting there. All right. Excuse me. Let's get on the UTEP Miners, actual factuals. The Miners are 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games, 3-16 straight up in their last 19, 8-3 straight up in their last 11 games against New Mexico State, 1-11 straight up in their last 12 games on the road, 4-2 ATS in the last 6 games when playing on the road in New Mexico State. Total's gone over in 4 of the last 5 games against the opponent from Independent Conference. 4-2 straight up in the last 6 games played in August, and 2-4 ATS in the last 6 games played week 1. New Mexico State, 3-6 ATS in their last 9 games, 3-13 straight up in their last 16 games. The total has gone over in 6 of New Mexico State's last 8 games against El Paso, Utah. Over in 4 of the last 5 games at home. Over in 8 of the last 10 games against an opponent from the USA Conference. 2-4 ATS in the last 6 games when playing at home against UTEP. 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games played in August, and 0-6 in the last 6 games played week 1. UTEP Miners against New Mexico State.
I don't have a lot to say on this one. I'll start off. New Mexico State didn't play during the 2020 season, but they did play this past spring. They lost to Tarleton State, 43-17. That was a Division II school jumping up, and they beat their ass. And then they barely beat a Dixie State or Dixon State. I don't know. Yeah, but they did beat UTEP in 2019, 44-35. But they didn't play. They only played 2 games in the last year.
Right.
And that ass whooping that they took to Tarleton, which that's in Texas. This is another Texas school. I think I like UTEP for this one to cover the spread because New Mexico State is just a terrible program. So, official play. I'm probably not gonna bet on it, but for the sake of everybody, UTEP. I'll take UTEP. They still got Texas talent. I'll take them on the spread for this one, minus 10.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to bet this game, but I will take UTEP. And simply just because of what you just said, New Mexico State, they've only played like 3 games in the last year or 2. So I don't even have everything I have to go off on is from 2019. So I don't even know if those players are still even there. Who's transferred, who's not. What I literally have no idea what's going on. To even give me a good gauge. So I guess I would take if I was to bet this game. I'm clearly not, unless I bet it live. Clearly, I would take UTEP, but I'm definitely not making a play. I don't need this on my record.
I got you. All right, well, let's get to the next game. We got San Jose State hosting Southern Utah. This line opened up in favor of San Jose State minus 22. That line is sitting at minus 24 right now, and as far as the total was 56.5, and it's still the same. Uh, Southern Utah versus San Jose State. I don't have a play for this one. Marley, what you think?
Yeah, I got San Jose State here. First half, if you can get that for me, it's probably like 14, 2 touchdowns. I'm gonna
Let me let
assume.
me let me look it up real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm taking them. I don't know if you remember, Coach, but I started messing with them at
Yeah, they
the.
got a minus 14. My bad.
Yeah. You good? You good? I want that. I'm gonna take that minus 14. I started messing with them toward the end of last year because they were like, I don't know if they were undefeated or they only lost like 1 or 2 games. Um, but they was hot, man, and
Oh
they
yeah. They went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8-1 last year.
8-1, right, and that one loss was.
And they beat
Oh,
Boise State too.
that might be the game that I saw them. Boise State. I can't remember. But anyway, I caught them last year, and offensively, they just fucking go. And one of those up tempo teams, no huddle. Clearly, that's the only way the small dogs can normally keep up with the big dogs. But and their defense was playing pretty goddamn good. I think I seen them play Buffalo, and that's the game they lost. But that
What,
whole
last year?
yeah, I'm trying to think of a that
No, they lost to Ball State 34 to 4,
Ball State
34 to 13.
started with a B. Ball
And
State.
that was in a bowl game.
Bowl game. Right. And I have caught them like their last 3 games. I think when they played Boise is probably when they first caught my eye because I probably wouldn't have known too much about them before they played Boise. And I had been rocking with them since that point, and I rocked with them with the bowl game. They lost, but I hit that over because they just fucking score, bro, and they score fast, like fast. They try to go and they run that hoe up. That's why when you told me like, "Boy, I figured it's 24," it'd be like at 14. They finna spank this shit out of Southern Utah. That 24 is probably good, but I don't like taking spreads that high. That shit is backdoor cover. Scare me.
Well, if this makes you feel any better, for one, Southern Utah didn't play. They haven't played. I don't know what's going on with their program.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, based on our charts, they don't have a lot of their schedule, but it looks like they didn't play at all last season.
Oh yeah,
And even before then, they were getting their ass whooped by, by Division One schools. As a matter of fact, the last time they played somebody was August 31st, 2019 against UNLV. They lost 56-24. So then before that, Arizona beat them 62-31. Then before that, Oregon State beat them 48-25. Oregon beat them 77-21. BYU beat them 37-7. Utah beat them 24-0. So they don't have their regular season records, but they got their records whenever they went against Division One schools.
yeah. Add 24 good. That 24 good, bro. But I'm gonna take that 14 because I just know first half there is no breaks. I don't know about third quarter, fourth quarter when they up 20. Do they care about being 21? You know what I'm saying? Or 28. I know first 2 quarters though, it's all gas, no breaks. Whether it's 14, 21, 28, or 35, they trying to score. And the starter's not coming out until next half. So I'm gonna take that first half minus 14. I feel great about it. Honestly, that's probably the most confident play I got it today. As long as San Jose is clicking and it's in San Jose, as long as they're clicking, like I'm not worried at all, not even a little bit, based off what I saw last year with this team.
How many returners does San Jose State have?
I don't know. I just knew the quarterback was back, or at least I thought
Okay. And we got to see if that running back too, because he was real explosive also.
The system, though, I can't remember what coach is there.
Well, you got to also hope the coach is still there, huh? Is he still there?
He didn't get promoted yet, but he ain't gonna be there after this though. He have a season the way he had last year. He ain't gonna be there after this.
I might back you up on this one.
Man, I mean, honestly,
I
and to be 100% honest with you, Coach, I didn't do a ton of looking because it was only so much I can look up on this game because the school was so small. But what I did look up and what I do remember from last year, like they was fucking balling. And I caught them on I don't know when they played Boise, but I caught them that game and I caught them after that. Or maybe it might have been right before Boise, but bro, they go. They kind of remind me of who the fuck is coaching last year that was a small school and they was shining. We both was kind of on them a little bit. They red and blue or red and white. And the coach used to be in the SEC. Fuck, what's his name? What school is that? Liberty? Was it Liberty football team?
Liberty. Yeah.
They remind me of Liberty, but West Coast. It's the same situation. But I don't think that coach is a famous coach from a bigger college. But he's just an up and coming coach. But that's what they remind me of.
So they went 1-5 during the spring. You know, they lost to Northern Arizona 34-44. 34, yeah. No. Southern Utah. They played in the spring. So they went 1-5. So the thing about that, what you gotta be careful for is they pretty much had a spring game. So now they're taking maybe 2 or 3 months off. Let's see, their last game was April 10th, so they had about 4 months off.
Is that good or bad?
I mean, I think it's a plus because they were able to have a spring training for a couple of months, going against somebody. So, to pick back up in July, late July, and get ready for
your ass whooped every week though. Is that good?
So the first game Northern Arizona University, they lost 34-33. Idaho State University, they lost 26-24. Cal Poly,
that's not bad.
Cal Poly was the only team they beat. They won that 34-24. Then they played the University of Idaho, who dropped down to FBS. They lost to them 33-32. They lost to Weber State University 19-16, and then they lost to Northern Arizona University again 28-20. So they didn't get their ass whooped.
Right.
Games. It was pretty competitive. So,
right.
Take it for a grain of salt, but yeah, I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I feel good about San Jose.
But I do know Southern Utah, they go. I mean, not San Jose, they do go. So, hey, that might be a play. But I'm gonna chill on that.
I feel good about it. I feel good about it.
All right, well, let's get to our last game, man. You actually didn't have this on the board, and I called it late. We got UConn taking on Fresno State. This line opened up in favor. It opened up in favor of Fresno State minus 20. No, minus 25.5. Right now, that line's at minus 27.5. You can find 28 at certain spots. The total opened up at 62.5, but right now it's at 63. Long story short, I mean, if you probably don't want to go over these actual factuals. UConn didn't play any ball last year. So they didn't play any football, but 28 points, Fresno State just gonna have to fucking show me. I can't hear you muted. Hold on.
Yeah, nah, I muted. My mic was muted. My bad. You say they just got to beat you, huh?
They got to. Fresno State gonna have to show me that they 28 points better than UConn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Doc. That's all I can say on that. If I lose,
why do you apply that same logic to Southern Utah?
Because I don't know shit about Southern Utah. And then with them playing in the spring ball, it's not going to be that much of a layoff. If that makes sense for them. But UConn ain't played in a year and a half. They've been playing against each. I'm just saying 28 points.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So Southern Utah should be even better. They haven't played at all, and they getting 24 points.
No, but Southern Utah just played spring ball.
Right, so you would think you want to take them, right?
Who are you taking for that game?
San Jose State.
Okay, yeah, I'm not. I'm just period. I'm not fucking with that game. But
right, I know you said that. I'm just asking you about the logic.
This is still Division I football. Over there in that side of the world, in that little New Hampshire, New England area.
Right.
They're still Division I athletes
Okay.
going up against other.
You don't know what's going on out there in the West Coast on them schools.
All I'm saying is, dude, I don't know if Fresno State is 28 points better
I
than
agree with
Utah.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm not. That's why I didn't not put that hoe on there because I didn't see that hoe. I just wasn't fucking with that hoe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree with you though. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of fucking points. So they definitely
and a lot of time for them to have prepped for this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm saying is they just
that's one thing I did not take into consideration. That's a good fucking point. A lot of time to prep for these games.
You know, but like let me see something real quick. Yeah, they haven't played in 2019, even though they were pretty bad. Heiner is the new starting quarterback. So Fresno State does have a new starting quarterback. Going under the center. And, you know, they weren't really there. I mean, you know, Fresno State, here's how they did last year. They lost to Utah 34-19. They beat Colorado State 38-17. They beat UNLV 40-27. They beat Utah State 35-16. They lost to Nevada 37-26. Then they lost to New Mexico 49-28. 49-39.
They lost to New Mexico? Oh, New Mexico, not New Mexico State.
Yeah, they lost to New Mexico. So, you know, Fresno, they 3-7 in the last 10 games, 14-5 straight up in the last 19 games at home, 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games against an independent opponent. I don't know, man. I'm just saying 28 points, that's a lot for a team that you don't know shit about. You got to go way back and look for film and stuff like that. Man, give me that 28 points. They just gonna have to beat me, man. I'm just gonna have to hang on to the seat of my butt of my seat and just, you know, hope for a late touchdown. But I would think these kids will be excited to finally be able to play some football and just try to hang in there, man. But 28 points, that's a lot. Though they traveling across the country also, 28 points is a lot, Marley, for a Fresno State team. You feel me?
I agree with you. I completely agree with you. It is a ton of fucking points. We'll see. That's the late. That's when we'll see. I'm on it. I'm already on that San Jose State game.
Yeah, you already like this. I'm already on enough bullshit games.
Yeah, I'm already up there. So
all right, well, just to recap, Marley likes Nebraska -4 for the first half. He likes Hawaii +17.5. He likes San Jose State University -14 for the first half. As for myself, I like Nebraska -4 for the first half and -7 for the full game. I like UCLA -10 for the first half. I like UTEP -10. Oh, and I like UConn plus 27.5, not minus, plus 27. They just gonna have to beat me, dog. I'm sorry. And the words of Gambling Graylow, they just gonna have to show me, man.
To your butts.
I know it's kind of early, but do you have any props?
No, man, I don't have no props.
What about $5 come up?
No $5 come up. We'll start that next week on like official week 1 where we got some actual games. I'm crazy about the props. I've never done. This is the only sport, college football, that I haven't done props yet. But I'm going to look into them. We won't start them because I'm gonna have to let a couple weeks in the season go by, see what boys are averaging, and you know what I'm saying, get some stats to have to go by.
Yeah, I got some open mics I want to talk about. First, since it's kind of been buzzing in the last 24 hours. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley, what you think?
I just finished watching it, right? Like not too long before we got on the show.
What you think, dog?
What do I think about the incident or what I think about the fight?
Let's start off with the incident. Do you think it was staged or do you think that was legit?
All right, so that's the first question I asked myself. I didn't hear what dude said, but I saw like a little bit, pretty much the little skirmish in the aftermath. And I was looking at Woodley. I was trying to believe Woodley and he was telling dude like, I need an apology, or like what do you say? I need an apology, or it's gonna be real. It's gonna get real, or some kind of shit. Whatever the fuck he was saying. And like I couldn't believe him, coach. I didn't feel that hostility really coming from him. You know what I'm saying? And then we talking about like like I said, I don't know what dude said about his moms, but it's like, are we talking about like some shit? Like you talking about my mama, bro? Like what you say about my mama? And then like some elementary shit. Like if that was the case, back in the day when we used to fight over that kind of shit, like you can see how mad a nigga would get. Like, bro, you talking about my mama, nigga? Don't talk about my mama. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel that coming from him. Now, I don't know. It wasn't staged. I can't say, but I can say I didn't feel that anger coming from him. Like the nigga really said something about my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like he really was mad about that. So I think what happened with the fight was really they announced it too early and the hype kind of died down and they needed something to bring it back. Because when they first announced it, people was kind of like, oh, I'll look at that, Willie and Paul. That might be somewhere. Because I mean, that's how I felt. I felt like, oh, I'm still gonna watch it. But the momentum for it died down. So I think they needed something to, get people talking about it again. That's my opinion on the little spectacle.
I think he was upset, but I think he's also like, man, I can't jeopardize this
I
bag.
can't fuck up this bag. Hey,
Because them niggas don't get paid in UFC.
Right.
So I think he was legit pissed.
Right.
But I think he was also thinking like, man, fuck that. Like, like if I'm him, what I'm gonna do is after the game, after the fight, I'm gonna go whoop that other dude ass or whatever the fuck. You feel me?
Okay,
but
let's get this fight again. Do you have Woodley?
Man, Woodley has. I still got a screenshot of when I put 2,000 on Woodley against Gilbert Burns.
I remember
so that. just to remind me how pussy that nigga was. Man,
you still got Jake. When was that fight?
Huh?
When was that fight?
Shit, I don't know, man. It was during the pandemic.
I remember that screenshot though.
Yeah, it's in my phone, but now Jake Paul been fucking training for a minute now. Yeah. Now, if you're asking me who would I like to win, of course I would like to see Woodley whoop that nigga ass, just cause I don't like the way that boy move. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. What LJ talking about? Did y'all read the new lawsuit? Yep. Already, LJ. And my ass, I went and paid for the class and everything, but I heard about it.
Paying for the class and setting people up and all that shit.
Hey, we got some NFL games tonight. What you think? I know the Chiefs are playing all of their starters for the entire first half against the Vikings.
First half Chiefs.
But Vikings defense are they still stiff as they were, in the past?
Last year I think they were like middle of the pack. They're not top 10 stiff like they like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. They're like probably in the teens, I think, ranked. I think they're probably 16, 17, 18. I'm going off my head though, not
so
actuals. I would still take the Chiefs first half if it's under a touchdown.
What else gonna say? They had the first half total at 21.5. Let's see.
Ooh, they played the whole first half though. Ooh, that's close. That's close.
They got the Chiefs minus 4.5. And reminder, they at home.
Chiefs at home.
They are at home, so they got it minus 4.5 for the first half, and the total is under 21.5. I might jump on that total under 21.
The total
and a half points. Then you got the Steelers taking on Carolina. I would love to know if Big Ben and those guys are playing the first half, because if so, I like what I saw last week with the
Oh man,
Steelers
Big
offense.
Ben fucking looked amazing last week.
Yeah, so if he is playing and they starting, I like them to take care of business up against my Panthers, no lie.
Yeah,
That
Big Ben.
total's 18.5. Right now they got the Steelers plus 3.5, plus 100.
I like.
Even money. So I mean, I would take that unless that's something I'm gonna have to get when we get off here. Look up because that's gonna start in like what about an hour? Oh, but it'll here shortly. You got the Colts taking on Detroit, and that total right now is at minus 17. It's 17 for the first half. So
Oh, that's close. What was your number?
mine is anywhere from 17 to 17. Really is 17 and a half, but I'll take 17. You know, uh, then you got the Jets and the Eagles. The Jets gonna have their
Is it
rookie
all
quarterback
tonight or over
playing.
the weekend?
These games are tonight.
All these games are tonight.
Yeah, you got four.
Shit. Out of blue. Yo, Marley, let's do NFL preview show September 1st, next Wednesday, when teams have made final cuts. So, LJ, good thing about that is the NFL show is Wednesday. So, yeah, let's do the show. Come do the show. For sure. Or I'll be doing two shows. Either way it goes down.
Yeah. Hey, let me get up off here, man, because I'm getting some weird text messages right now from Uber and talking about my Uber code. So I think somebody trying to hack in my shit. Then I got this weird ass number talking about, hey, I fucked up. Never mind. From some weird ass number. Let me get up off this, man.
All
See
right,
what the
man. Yeah,
fuck
that's great.
going on.
Take care of your shit. I'll close it out.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Well, that was some weird ass shit. But yeah, LJ, let's do that. We good. We got that. Um, well, people, that's it, man. I'm gonna go over the picks one more time. Since we kind of was in open mic for a minute. So these are my plays for tomorrow. Nebraska first half -4. Hawaii full game plus 17.5. San Jose State -14 first half. And the coaches plays are Nebraska first half -4 and full game -7. UCLA -10 first half. Utep -10 full game, and UConn plus 27.5. And that is it, man. It's the first college show in the books. It's week 0. So catch us Tuesday to bust down week 1 officially for Thursday's games. We'll grab about 4 or 5 games out of Thursday's slate or whatever we see with some value to it and bust that down. We got some more comments in here. LJ, I've booked a couple sports bar for Monday nights starting. Cool, let's do it. Let's do it. Hit me up and let me know the details, and let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah. I'm with that. Let's do it live. Coming live from the sports bar. I like that. Brothers and Bits. Wild Worlds featuring Brothers and Bits. The Wild Worlds Sportcast. Guest host, Brothers and Bits. Marley Bits. Let's go. I like that. I like that. Have some drinks. Talk some football. Yeah. Sucks I can't smoke. That's cool. We'll work around it. All right, people. Appreciate those of us that tuned in. Appreciate those of y'all that'll watch this tomorrow morning before the games. Everybody subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. I see y'all next week, Tuesday for the new college show, Wednesday for the NFL show. Also, go check out my boy LJ from Houston's podcast, The Raw, R-A, Words, Sports Podcast. Streaming on YouTube and Facebook and other sports media outlets and other social media platforms. I am Marley Betts. That was the coach that says Brothers and Bets. And as always, like every day, like yesterday, and like tomorrow morning, God damn it, y'all already know what the plan is. Let's beat Vegas. And we out this month.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we